Good morning. This is the week of September 8th to 11th of 2020 and welcome to your Riverhawk News. Progress reports come out this week on Friday, September 11th, so remember to turn in all of your assignments on time. Also, Back to School Night is available, so here's the link if you would like to meet the administration and teachers. Friday, September 11th is also Spirit Day, and the theme is NFL. If you would like to take part of this Spirit Day, then you should join the Virtual Activities Google Classroom. The code will be displayed here. I think we can all agree that quarantine has been on the boring side, but we still do activities and go out with a mask, of course. Let's send it over to Braylon where she asks some students what they did over quarantine.
Hi, my name is Braylon Harris, and today I'm here with
Asian Rico.
And I'm going to be asking him how his quarantine was. So, Adrian, how's your quarantine?
Good. A lot of video games, and also going to the skate park sometimes. I'm surprised it's open. And also going with my friends and all that. Going to the park sometimes because I can't stay near that much. That's it. Going to work with my dad. That's all. Also that.
Okay. Thank you, Adrian.
Thanks, Braylon. I feel like most of us have just been eating a lot during quarantine. I get hungry. I know you do too. But what are your favorite snacks or just meals in general? Let's send it over to Emina with the quarantine food.
As you all know, we are in a global pandemic, and most of you guys have probably been eating lots of snacks. And I asked some of you what your favorite snacks were, and this is what you guys said. So some of you guys said chips, like Doritos, Lay's, and some of you guys also said granola bars and fruit roll-ups. Many people have also been door dashing food to their own home over quarantine so they don't have to go out. Research data also shows that grocery sales grew 83% for the last 2 weeks of March. 73% of people said they gained 16 pounds over isolation. 63% are focusing on getting back into shape. 64% are desired to eating healthier.
Thanks, Mina. With quarantine and snacks comes online school. Although online school is very different from how we usually learn, it does have its ups and downs, as online school uses the technology part of how we usually learn. It is and feels different from regular school. So let's send it over to Faith, who will tell us how other kids felt with their experience of online school.
Thanks, Shanali. I think you can all agree on the fact that online school is different and not what we're used to. Last time we just had, assignments given out to us by our teachers and the weekly checkup Zoom meeting calls that weren't mandatory. Now we go to Zoom every day, except for the weekends, of course. An anonymous friend of mine told me that for her, online school is pretty smooth sailing. She likes the fact that we don't have to do the physical distance that we would have used to go to if you're in normal school, like in a car, in a bus, on a bike, on foot, anything you could think of, basically. And she also talks about how she's a shy type, so having the option to not show your face in Zoom is going pretty easy for her. My other friend talks about how although online school is okay, she does miss normal school. And to be honest, I do too. Who doesn't? But she does appreciate the fact that everybody's trying their best to make it work. I think they're doing a fantastic job. It's pretty much like normal school, except for the home part. They do both agree, however, on the fact of the negative side, like the internet issues and everybody not knowing how to work with Zoom. But I'm pretty sure that's going to become easier. Back to you.
Thanks, Faith. Speaking of quarantine, we all want to be safe and not endanger our friends and family. So let's go over to Natalie with safety info about COVID.
Thanks, Janali.
Bringing attention to the coronavirus situation, as of this recording, there have been 6.1 million confirmed cases in the United States. To help prevent the spread of the virus and to keep you and your loved ones safe, here are some precautions that you should take. You'll need to wash your hands for 20 seconds or more, keep a 6 feet distance from you and other people, cough and sneeze in your elbow, avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, don't attend social gatherings of more than 10 people, and I'm sure you've heard of this one the most, but don't forget to wear a face mask every time you go out. To wear your face mask efficiently, don't be like this guy and wear your mask under your nose. Keep your mask over your nose and make sure it covers your mouth too. You can wear cloth masks, bandanas, and surgical masks. If you do choose to wear a disposable mask, make sure you cut off the strings because unfortunately, our environment and wildlife are suffering due to the mask being littered across the beaches, oceans, and rivers. On a lighter note, tons of small businesses have made profit off of selling handmade masks. Make sure to support small businesses either online or in store during these times. That's the end of today's COVID-19 segment, and back to you.
Thanks, Natalie. We all love 3-day weekends. We're lucky we just had one. But do you know why we have 3-day weekends? Well, it's because of Labor Day, which is to celebrate the people who are working. So don't forget to say thanks. Let's not forget about Tuesday's special holiday, too. It's called International Illiteracy Day, where we focus on the fact of a very important global problem of illiteracy. I wonder if it's gonna rain today. I know, right? Let's send it over to Braylon again as she tells us about the dangers of wildfires with an edition of the weather forecast.
Hi, my name is Braylon Harris, and this week's weather is going to be hot and sunny, so make sure you want to go swimming. And make sure when you go outside you wear a face mask because lately there's been wildfires in some parts of Sacramento, and all the smoke from the fires is making the air quality unhealthy to breathe. So make sure you wear a face mask and stay safe.
Thanks, Braylon. I don't know about you, but I love learning new things about my classmates. It just makes the mood more interesting and smoother, unless it's one of those awkward conversations.
Hi, just a quick cut. I'm Jolene, and coming up this Friday is September 11th. Just a quick rundown on what happened. On this same day, 19 years ago in 2001, 4 planes were hijacked. 2 of the planes hit the World Trade Center in New York, and one of them hit outside of the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. The last one crashed on ground. These attacks killed 2,977 people, leaving only 20 survivors. In the next clip, I will be interviewing my father.
What do I remember on the day of 9/11? I remember the day fairly as just like any other day. I'd made arrangements to fly to Los Angeles about a transaction. So anyway, I jumped in, got dressed, jumped in the car, drove out to the airport. Just before I got to the exit for the airport, the radio announcer came on. There were planes crashed in Washington, D.C., not the Pentagon itself, and then they started talking about the second, a plane actually flew into New York, into the Trade Center. But when I got to the airport exit, the police were all out. They had their little barricade, this, that up. They said, all airports are closed until further notice. As it got home, about 8 o'clock, watched the news a couple of times. Damn, it is real. Because when you hear it on the radio, it's not something that you can picture. And so this was really out of the norm. The airspace over the United States will be closed. There'll be no private flights, public commercial flights whatsoever, yada, yada, yada. Everything is locked down. So jumped in the car about 11 o'clock and made it to my meeting in Southern California by 6 o'clock.
I hope you have a great day, and don't forget, report cards come out Friday. That's it for the Riverhawk Morning News.